right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Cross watchers, anyone dealing with a Gemini, all are welcome. Remember, it's a general. You take what resonates with your personal situation and you leave the rest. Time is fluid. It could be past, present, or what's coming up in the near future. And all my readings are timeless. So again, it's a general, not a personal. If this isn't your reading, that's completely normal. Check out any of my other readings. All right, extreme. Harshness, cutting off, erratic decisions. Remember, roles can be reversed. All right, Gemini, you're going to know if this is your energy or whoever or whatever situation you're dealing with. Ascending. Learning, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. Ooh, for some of you, we're going to get into tarot, but Gemini, I feel like you might have been through or are going through a tower moment. I'm also hearing someone has a lot of explaining to do. For anyone new, welcome. Ride or Dies, welcome back. When I say direct message, it means it's for a specific viewer out there, okay? Again, it's general. I am open for personals. You'll find all of my information below my YouTube videos for my YouTubers. TikTokers, click that free link. Completely free to subscribe, become part of my YouTube community. You can also email me. It's in my bio. Ooh, single, independent, freedom from attachment, available to date. Yes, so either you cut somebody off because you're ascending and you are now single. You know, for some of you, this is love, right? With those oracles. But it doesn't necessarily have to be, okay? This could be love for a best friend. This could be in work. This can be in any aspect of your life. Family, all right? Lust, forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy, tragedy. All right, and some of you are straight up dealing with conflict here because I got conflict and lust, and this is definitely more of like a romantic. We'll see as we get into tarot because I'm hearing there might be a plot twist. Clashing differences, incompatible, irreconcilable. I just heard irreconcilable differences. Some of you might be going through a divorce or a legal separation. Let's see. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. All right, I'm going to start with your energy. Remember, feel free to swap roles. There's no gender. He, she, them, they. Okay? All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What is going on for my overall collective of Geminis? The King of Wands. This King of Wands, again, no gender, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag, okay? You might be dealing with that sign, or you have that in your chart. He does not look happy, right? This King of Wands, I always see the King of Wands, it's like my way or the highway. I'm hearing stubborn. I apologize if you hear that in the background. That's my kitty. She's just playing with her toys and meowing out there. Four of Cups, you're holding back on something. You're holding back from what could be a King of Wands. Clarify the Four of Cups. Ace of Wands. Yeah. You're holding back because you've got a new beginning here. Aces are new. But what did I say? Before you can begin something new, you have to end something. Double fire on the board. I also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I'm hearing somebody has a lot of explaining to do. Direct message. Now hit me up in the comments, okay? If this is your reading, I read all my comments. Please let me know. And if it does resonate, please hit that heart, like, follow, subscribe, whether you're my TikTok or YouTube. It really does help the algorithm and the growth of the channel. All right, Gemini. Ooh, Six of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. This is definitely somebody from your past. Six of Pentacles, something has not been fair. And you have... The Nine of Swords, you're all up in your thoughts. This is literally losing sleep. I'm hearing for some of you nightmares. Because I feel like you're caught up in the Tower moment. And the Tower is actually a blessing in disguise, right? Everything has to fall apart to be rebuilt. And I'm hearing strength, which is also Leo energy. You might be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag, you have that in your chart. I do feel like for some of you, this is something in the courts, something legal, and you're really worried about it. Page of Pentacles. There could be children involved, or you're waiting for an outcome. You're waiting for like a final decision in order to have this Ace of Wands, to have this new beginning. You're waiting on closure, and that's why you're all up in your head. Eight of Pentacles. This is something, 6 to the 8 of Pentacles. You've put a lot of time and effort. Now we've got Earth on the board, so it could be any chart, okay? This could be in a job, but I really feel this is something more in your personal life. Doesn't have to be. What's going on? Clarify, what is this Page of Pentacles? Pages are also messengers. I feel like you're waiting on a final decision here. Judgment. See, Scorpio energy. You're waiting on justice. You're waiting for it to be, I'm hearing 80-20, right? 6 of Pentacles. Balancing out the scales. I'm hearing karmic justice. All right, let's clarify the Judgment card for Gemini. The Page of Cups. Now we got 2 pages. Page of Cups, 4 of Cups. Pisces energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There could be definitely be children involved. You might be going through a custody battle. But 2 pages. There could be an age difference, but I feel like you're waiting for closure. You're waiting for some type of offer or decision to come in. Yep, the Chariot, so that you can move on and move forward. Let's get your outcome, Gemini. Oh, I love that. The 4 of Wands. Lots of fire on the board here. Your outcome, the 4 of Wands, is like finally being happy. 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Wow, as your outcome, you're waiting to start over for a brand new beginning. But 9 of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This is the wounded warrior. You are going through what you're going through because it has to end. I'm hearing we learn our karmic lessons and we move on, right? Because the Ace of Cups with the Page of Cups is a brand new, emotional, loving offer, loving beginning. 2 aces, Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. This is emotional. This is passion. This is personal. I always say this is somebody's personal reading. Let's get one more. Oh, that one almost left. Let's get one more for your outcome. And let's, yeah, see, you're feeling stuck and trapped though. Again, 8 to the 9 of Wands. Or, I'm sorry, 8 to the 9 of Swords. You're all up in your head. You're still stuck because I feel like you're waiting on an outcome. I feel like somebody hasn't been fair with you. We're going to pull a whole deck on whoever you're dealing with. Now, cross watchers, feel free to swap roles. It's a general, okay? You're going to know if this is your story or not. The Emperor and the Empress. Oh my gosh. The God and Goddess of Tarot. Whoever you're dealing with or whoever's coming in. See, I feel a plot twist here. The Emperor, also 3 and 4. Which equals a 7. Pay attention to repeated numbers. Lots of 4s. If you're seeing repeated 4s or 7s, you're healing. Yeah, again, the Emperor and the Hangman. Somebody's keeping you stuck. This is Aries energy. A lot of fire. The Hangman. That's double confirmation. Something's holding you back and keeping you stuck. And I feel it's like you're waiting on closure. You're waiting on justice. All right, you know what? Before we pull on your person's energy, what deck do I want to use? Let's see what the universe has to say, okay? I'm hearing guidance, messages that you need to know. Wow, as I pull out telepathy, and this is the telepathy oracle deck. Close soul connections harmoniously synchronize reenactment of telepathic moments. Now, for anyone new, I keep it real. Gemini, some of you, I'm hearing there's somebody on the back burner. And it's like it hasn't come in yet, but you're connected with somebody through telepathy. I'm hearing dreams. You could be dreaming of this person, daydreaming of this person. And I feel like this is a newer energy, that you had double aces. But your connection is eternal and unbreakable. With telepathy, I feel like a lot of you are closing out a karmic cycle because you've got someone else on your mind or in your heart, or there's some type of soul connection with somebody here. Again, I do feel it's romantic and personal, but it doesn't have to be romantic. For some of you, this could be a stranger. It could be a best friend. It's some type of soul connection. When you have a past life or a soul connection with somebody, you just know it. It's instant. It's an undeniable connection, a feeling that's indescribable. Commitment. Commitment is an important factor in building a successful relationship. With the Emperor and the Empress, whoever you're dealing with or whoever is coming in, they've also been through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's find out. Let's pull a deck on whoever you're dealing with. It may be, I'm hearing the past, like closing out your past. So this could be whoever you're separated from, or I'm hearing your karmic lesson. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. This is newer energy. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who's still on their journey, right? Before you can get to the Emperor or Empress, you have to go through all the knights, all the kings, all the queens, all the pages. It's the slowest but the most steady. The Ten of Cups. Nines are the ending. 10 is the completion. This is definitely somebody who's also thinking and fantasizing about you. Somebody who wants a life with you as well. But I do feel like you're in separation. I keep hearing somebody has a lot of explaining to do. And that could be somebody, like, I'm hearing it might be a confession. And this could be, again, Gemini, this could be you. Okay, even though I'm pulling your person's energy, it's general. Those can be reversed. See, Four of Pentacles. Also, somebody's holding back. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You're both holding back because, wow, Queen of Wands in reverse. That is not a happy queen. Whoever you're dealing with, or that I feel like you're waiting to come in, is also having to end something. It could be with the Queen of Wands, which is also fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse for Gemini's person. The Five of Wands. They're caught up in chaos, see? They're caught up in conflict. But fives are change. They're transformation. And I apologize if my voice is a little bit softer. I'm a bit under the weather, so I'm trying. And I am also I purchased the mic. I just need to set it up. So I do apologize if I'm a bit more quiet than usual. King of Wands. See, the King to the Queen of Wands in reverse. You also had the King of Wands. Yeah, this is upright. This would be a match. Somebody's going through some type of separation, divorce, breakup. They're caught up in the conflict, caught up in the chaos. And I feel like maybe they haven't told you this, and that's why you're all up in your head, because you don't know what's going on. They have to, again, they have to tell you something. I'm hearing like a confession. Wow, judgment. You both have judgment. Now, for those of you that believe in twin flame energy, okay, it's a soulmate connection, soul connection. You're mirroring each other here. You're both going through things separately. There's got to be a judgment call being made. And I'm seeing a courthouse. This might be an actual judge. And I feel like you're both, because I'm pulling your person's energy, and it's similar energy. Before you can start over and start new, you have to close out those karmic cycles or karmic contracts. I'm hearing it's a lesson learned, right? Mistakes are just lessons learned, direct message. That's for somebody's, I always say this is somebody's personal reading. The Ten of Swords. They're learning their lesson. They're going through their karmic lessons. But 10, again, 10s are the completion. And I feel like if there's distance, and that's why like they're holding back. And you also had Four of Cups. You're both holding back. Clarify the Ten of Swords. The Chariot. And it fell out sideways. You had that too. Somebody, whoever's coming in, is still on their journey, but they're in the process of moving on and moving forward. And only the Emperor and the Empress ride in the Chariot. Wow, Gemini, this is... I just feel a lot of emotion. 9 of Wands. All right, whoever you're dealing with that's coming in, because you had the Aces, you're both going through the same thing separately. You're both wounded. You're both guarded. And that's why you're both holding back. Because you're both waiting on some type of judgment call. Definitely hit me up if this is your reading, okay? If not, check out any of my other readings. Again, they're all timeless. All right, Gemini. Gemini's person. Wow. The 8 of Swords. Literally almost identical to your energy. This person is also stuck and trapped. Whoever you're dealing with is coming in. For some of you, you know this person. For some of you, you don't know them yet. If you're having dreams of like strangers, there's somebody coming in that's new that you may not have met yet. With all the earth energy, I am hearing you might meet this person at a job, or I'm hearing inkling. You have an inkling of who this is. All right, let's get your person's outcome, Gemini. Wow, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is a brand new beginning of love. The Empress again. You had the Empress and the Emperor. The outcome is, again, you're going through all this, and your person's going through all this because you're both closing out some type of karmic contract. The Queen of Pentacles is stable, again with the earth energy. Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning. You had that too. It's overflowing with love. In the outcome, this is like you are going to come into union with who you're meant to be with. And it's not going to be a karmic. It's going to be a soulmate. And you're just going to know. And I feel like if you do know this person, see 7 of Swords, the Hermit, if you feel like, again, this is like lying, cheating, stealing, right? Somebody has a lot of explaining to do. The Hermit is Virgo energy. It's like somebody is isolated. You both might be isolated and holding back. So if this is somebody you know, I don't think you both know how you feel about each other. But if this is physical, like I'm seeing almost like a co-worker or a boss, because the Emperor and Empress can also be like a boss-like energy. This could be in the workplace. Might be against the rules. Direct message. All right, universe, help us out here. What is some advice for my Geminis? It's all happening for a reason, right? Nothing is by accident. Live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here. I'm also hearing you, it's like your commitment's being tested, right? There's something with closure here and something that you both don't know. Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. The only way to conquer your fears is to face them. And that 4 of Cups, Gemini, some of you are holding back and you're holding it all in, right? That 9 of Swords, all up in your head, anxiety. You can only bottle your emotions for so long before it explodes, right? I'm hearing when the shiznit hits the fan. Sorry, can't swear on YouTube because I'll get flagged. You never know how strong or weak of a person you are until the shiznit hits the fan. Direct message for somebody out there. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. You deserve to be happy, but I'm hearing obstacles. Nothing worth it ever comes easy. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. It's like that nudge, that feeling that you just can't escape. Somebody's definitely on your mind, Gemini. Definitely hit me up, okay? I want to know. I want to know. You know what? I don't want to close. Let's close it out with romance angels. Not romance angels. There's somebody coming in that has to do with something romantic. Angel answers. Let's see what the angels have to say, okay? I'm also hearing for some of you, this might be a loved one that's crossed over. Abundance. Abundance does not just mean money. Abundance is the overall happiness, health, wealth, life, love. And I'm hearing enjoying the good things. Yeah, some of you, you're caught up in the storm, but I'm hearing this too shall pass. No. Somebody just asked something. And I'm hearing no. Do not look in that rearview mirror. You're closing out some type of past karmic contract that has to end. It's meant to end because there's something better. Improving health. I feel like it's your mental health, especially with the swords coming out. Swords are our thoughts, right? It's communication. I'm also hearing miscommunication. Let go. See? Let go of your past. Don't go back. Because what you have waiting for you is what you really want. Wow, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. Again, if this resonated, please hit that heart, like, follow, subscribe, whether you're my TikTok or YouTuber. And if you're interested in a personal reading, all of my info, links, payments, donations, thank you to anybody that has. You can find all of my information below each of my videos on YouTube. I will have a website that's coming up and coming that you'll be able to book appointments. And again, for my TikTokers, free link, completely free to subscribe if you're not already part of my YouTube community. And yeah, I'm sending you love and light. Till next time, Gemini.